evening from rainy Tel Aviv. Yes, I said rainy Tel Aviv. In the middle of May, it's been raining tonight, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow, and tomorrow night, Erev Shavuot, we're supposed to have rain, not only in Tel Aviv, but throughout the country. Weather is definitely strange and different. All of you people in the States who are praying for Tal, don't bother. We don't need Tal, we have rain. In any case, back to the news in the country today. First of all, last night, the defense minister, Bogi Ya'alon, together with the Minister of Finance, Yair Lapid, and the Prime Minister, Netanyahu, came to an agreement on cuts in the defense budget. The decision was to cut 3 billion shekels instead of 4 billion shekels. 1 billion shekels has been found magically in the reserve fund. Where the reserve fund came from, no one knows, but it was found. And as a result, the cut will only be 3 billion shekels. Part of the agreement is that in the future years, the defense budget will rise once again. So this year and next year, the budget will go down. The following year, it'll go back to this year's levels. And then after that, it will go up, all the way up by another 5 billion shekels from what it is today. I'm sure by then it'll have gone up even more, but that's another story altogether. Tonight and all day today, the cabinet is meeting to approve the current budget. All expectations are that sometime tonight, before sunrise, the budget will be agreed to by the complete cabinet. And the budget will then go to the Knesset for approval in a quick vote that's expected sometime after the Shavuot holiday. But first it'll go through the Vadat Aksafim, which is the Finance Committee. I'm sure there'll be some small changes there as well. In foreign news, or sort of foreign news, sometime late tonight, after Prime Minister Netanyahu finishes a cabinet meeting, he will fly off to Russia. He has a meeting tomorrow scheduled with Russian President Putin. The purpose of the meeting is to once more attempt to convince Putin not to allow the transfer of advanced anti-aircraft missiles to Syria. Netanyahu has tried in the past to get him not to transfer those weapons. He did succeed in getting the Russians not to send the weapons to Iran. And of course the fear now is, with the state of Syria at the moment, that if Syria gets a hold of those weapons, it will quickly find its way either to Iran or to Hezbollah. The advanced anti-aircraft missiles have strong radar systems, and they can cover all of Israel from within Syria or from within Hezbollah. There is an expectation that Netanyahu will be successful in the sense that both the United States, Great Britain, and most of the rest of the Western world is also pressuring Putin not to go through with the sale. Putin is claiming that the word of Russia is on the line since they received payment for those weapons. In economic news, two interesting things have been going on. First of all, the Knesset committee has been involved in a major discussion on what to do with the Israeli gas. The big question is whether Israel should export the gas or allow any of it to be exported, or it should be used all domestically. Of course, the producers want to export it. They'd like to get as much money as possible, as quickly as possible, while a lot of the Green Movement and others in Israel want the gas to remain in Israel, to be used to finance low-cost industrial development, low-priced energy, and of course it's a clean energy. Interestingly enough, the same question is taking place in the United States, which also finds itself suddenly with a surplus of gas. And President Obama has discussed the possibility of increasing American gas exports, while American industrial producers want the gas to remain in the United States in order to keep energy prices down low. Finally, the Bank of Israel today has announced the fact that it has lowered the interest rate and increased the amount of buying of dollars. All this in an attempt to keep the price of the dollar stronger. The dollar has devalued in the last few weeks by a considerable amount. Over the last few months, it has gone from a high of 4 shekels per dollar to 3.55. Makes it more difficult for Israelis to export. It makes it more expensive for tourists to come to the country. And of course, it makes it more expensive for me to live. So that's all on the good side. On the other side, it doesn't affect me directly, but it's an example of what's happening in this country. McDonald's announced it's increased its prices. Just to give you an idea, French fries at McDonald's cost $3.50. The same French fries in the United States cost somewhere between $1 and $2. Explain it? The old McDonald's chart doesn't seem to work. It seems that McDonald's in Israel is the most expensive in the world practically, and the Israeli shekel is not devaluating anytime soon. Anyway, to everybody, have a Chag Sameach, and good night from Tel Aviv.